Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, you're welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, you're welcome as well. In today's video, we are going to learn how to make this beautiful ruffle design. If this is something that interests you, kindly watch this video to the end. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend my video to other viewers. So this is the fabric I'll be using. Okay, so I couldn't get a long fabric. Okay, so I have these two pieces of fabric which I'm going to join together to give me a long fabric. So wherever you want to attach this ruffles to, just take the measurement of the place you want to attach this ruffles to, and then you can multiply the measurement by either by 2 inches or by 3 inches. It depends on what you are aiming to get. So this is what I have, so I'm going to join this together to give me a long stripe. So after joining together, the next thing I'm going to do now is to fold it into two after joining together, and the width of this fabric is about 8.5 inches. So by the time I fold it into two, I'll have about 3.5 inches when I fold it into two. So I'll take this to my sewing machine now, join it into two to give me a long stripe, and I'll bring it back for you to see what it looks like. So right here I've joined it to give me a long stripe. Okay, so you can see what I have here. So I'll go again and sew it together. Okay, I'll go ahead and sew it together. Now if you're attaching this around the neck, then you don't need to sew this edge here. You don't need to sew this edge here. But if you are going to be placing it where this edge is going to be visible, then you also need to sew the two edges. Okay, this side of this edge and the other side. So that means you're going to be leaving an opening around where I'm going to stitch, so that once you are done joining together, you'll be able to turn it out. Okay, so I'll go and join this right now and bring it back for us to see. So guys, I've joined it together. You can see the way I joined it, making sure that this part that I sew is going to be underneath. Okay, it's going to be underneath by the time I turn it out. So I close up the two ends of this stripe. Okay, so what I'll do now is to turn it out from this space. I'm going to cut off the excess I have here and then notch it so that I'll be able to use my scissors to to push the pointed edges out. So I'll go ahead now and turn this to the right side. So after turning to the right side, this is what I have. Okay, so I'll take this now and go and iron it to give me a very flat stripe. Okay, so this is what you're going to have once you are done stitching and turning it out. So right here I've ironed it. You can see what it looks like after ironing it. So you can see that the place where I joined it is going to be underneath. It's going to be hidden under. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do now is to mark 1 inch here first. Okay, which is going to be the starting point. Now from that 1 inch, the gathers I want is about 2 inches is the gathers I want, but I'm going to be folding 1 inch. So by the time I fold 1 inch, it becomes 2 inches. Okay, I don't know if you understand what I meant. So I'm going to mark that 2 inches out like this, and by the time I fold it, it gives me 1 inch on both sides. So from there I'm going to mark another 2 inches again. Okay, make sure you use your pin to pin it down, and from there you go ahead and mark 2 inches again, then you fold it. By the time you fold it, it also give you back 1 inch. It will also give you back 1 inch. Okay, so go ahead and also pin this down. So once you are done pinning down, I'm going to mark 2 inches interval. Okay, I'm going to mark 2.5 interval from the pleats, the kissy pleats that I've already created. So from that 2 inches interval, I'll go ahead and also mark 2 inches again, which is going to serve as our pleat. So I'll also go ahead and pleat it. You can see what I'm doing. I'm going to pin it down. So after pinning down, I will also mark 2 inches again from this pleat, which is going to serve as the second pleat. Okay, you mark 2 inches, which is going to serve as the second pleat. I will go ahead and also pleat it out. Okay, make sure the pleats are facing each other. They should be facing each other. That is why it is called a kissing pleat. Okay, so I'll pin it down. I'll also mark 2.5 inches interval again. After marking 2.5 interval, from that interval I will now mark another 2 inches for the kissy pleat. So you keep doing this till you exhaust the fabric you're going for. So this is what I have after pleating everything. So I'm going to mark out the center. Okay, so I'm going to mark the center. After marking the center, I'll take it to my sewing machine and run a stitch at the middle to hold all of the pleats together. So I've gone ahead to hold the pleats together. So the next thing I will do now is to remove my pin. You can see what I have after running a stitch at the middle. At this point, you can leave it the way it is. Okay, the way it is now, you can use it on anything. You can pleat it on your sleeve. Now when you want to put it on your sleeve, this is how you're going to pleat it. This is how you're going to place it on your sleeve before you start creating this design. So once you're already attached it to your sleeve or wherever you want to attach it, then you can start creating this design that I just made here now, and you can add bead or any stone of your choice just to beautify it. And this is what I have after creating the design. You can see how beautiful this design looks like. So go ahead and pin it down. So this is different ways you can style it on your fabric. Like I said, before you create this design, make sure you attach the first product. Make sure you've attached it on wherever you want to sew it on before you create this design, before you start creating the design. So thank you for watching this video to the end. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend my video to other viewers. And I'm going to see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye.